So here we are, everyone, with our next game in the series, The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, the third. Alrighty, so before we get started, so just like I usually explain at the beginning of my other video, well, not videos, but other series, so this is pretty much mostly a blind playthrough for me. I do a little research beforehand, just to try and make sure that I get chest placements and stuff like that, to make sure I try not to miss too many things. But otherwise, I don't know narratively what's going to be happening, and I might know a little bit of what we might encounter in some fights, just so I can go there not completely blind. So how the third is different from the first two games in the series that we have played. This one is more like a dungeon crawl, with a lot of narrative sprinkled through, from what I can tell. So we're not going to be exploring all of Labelle. Apparently it's kind of more localized in one area. But hopefully we're still going to enjoy ourselves, and I've heard that a lot of the narrative elements are flashbacks to the past, so we find out some more backstory of other characters. And also what's been happening between the second and the third game. So I'm looking forward to this. Let's just have a quick look at our options, see if there's anything that we might need to change. I don't think so. This game does not have Japanese voiceovers. So I'm mostly just, or English voiceovers, and in that fact either, so I will be reading out the dialogue as usual. But let us go ahead and get stuck right in. As usual, I'm playing on normal. I'm not here to hate my life by playing on hard or nightmare. And easy, you know, I don't want to really play on easy. I want at least a little bit of a challenge with some of the fights. So I think it should probably try and scan my system to make sure that I've got some save data from the previous game. There we go. Load data, yes please. So go ahead and load this one. Year 1203 of the Septim calendar. Fall, just over half a year since the Liber Arc's collapse. Cruising through the night sky above the Cruzan province in eastern Erebonia. Was the Rhineford Company's latest display in luxury, the Lusitania. Luxury airship, Lusitania. That is a very fancy ship. The Legend of Heroes. Trails in the Sky, the third. If I may have your attention, please. On behalf of the Conrad Company, I would like to take the time to thank you all for attending this party today. As I'm sure you're all aware, this is a most auspicious day. Yes, indeed. On this historic day 10 years ago, this fine company... Is that Kevin? You don't seem to be enjoying this quite as much as he is. You ought to at least try and feign interest in what he's saying, Surely you must understand what kind of man he is if you're here. Oh, that I do. He's a merchant of death who made a fortune during the 100 Days' War, and one of the Empire's most wealthy men, despite being a relative newcomer. Why, it was only a few years ago that he partnered up with the famous Rhineford Group, and now he's serving on their board of directors. His record makes for a most impressive read, that much is for certain. Although I dare say he's less impressive in person compared to on paper. My, you'd best refrain from making such remarks. That mask of yours may disguise your identity, but it won't keep those naughty men in black away should you make an enemy of them. Now that's a terrifying prospect. I can't imagine I'd last very long if I did. I'd surely be cast through this window as easily as a pebble plunges through water. I must say, I find you rather intriguing. Are you a member of the press, perhaps? Or maybe even a government official? I would answer, but where's the fun in spilling secrets? I'll leave the pondering to your fertile imagination, mademoiselle. Leaving my identity aside, however, this ship is an impressive work of art. It's hard to believe we're inside one at all, and yet here we are, thousands of arge in the air. Well, it is Reinford's latest model. One would expect nothing less than art. Last I heard, they were advertising it as the largest airship in the world. It is 120 arge across, so they're probably right. As far as most of the world knows. You certainly know how to make a lady curious. But even with the mask, it's no secret that you're so young. Practically still a boy. I wonder, how often do you go around charming your way through these drab parties with that aura of mystique? Well, seems the mask can't hide all my secrets. Perhaps I ought to make my daring escape before I give away anything more about myself. If you must, although it would be my pleasure to continue keeping you company. It's not every day that one gets to enjoy chatting the night away with a mysterious stranger like this, you know. We could even take our chat somewhere more comfortable, like your room. I'd be honoured to, fair lady. But only if you can promise the goddess has her eyes turned away. She may blush if she's watching. Meanwhile, I'll refrain from asking why your room would not be an acceptable location. And I'll thank you for not forcing me to bring up that oaf of a man. Well, the party's in full swing now. This chance is as good as any. His private room's on the highest floor of the ship, and on the other side of the deck. Okay, let's get to work. Alright, we've got control. No status or anything right now. Let's make our first save of the series. Okay, let's see. Can I control anything else right now? Okay, that's how we zoom around. Might I interest you in something to drink, sir? We have some well-aged Steinrose, if you would care for some. Yes, Lady Lindell is currently resting in her room. She said that she is feeling a little unwell at the moment, you see. Why does she have to choose a party like this to feel unwell? I hope she isn't faking it to stay in her room. Must she oppose me at every turn? The Conrad Company might have made a lot of progress in the past 10 years, but that was all thanks to the Reinford Group. They couldn't have done a thing by themselves, so they've got no right trying to act big. They need to realise their place. I'm sorry, what was that? I said that no mask can hope to disguise the beauty of your ivory white skin, or the lustre of those fine red lips. Well, aren't you the flatterer? Please, pay us no mind. We are merely here so that you might enjoy this party to its fullest. I apologise for our boorish presence here at this most elegant occasion. I'm afraid it is a necessary evil in order to ensure the safety of our guests. All that I can do is ask for your understanding. Haha, you certainly know how to hold a party, Conrad. There aren't many who are wealthy enough to be able to organise a gathering like this in the sky. Oh, absolutely. If my guests are satisfied, then I have done my job. Still, today's party is but a minor diversion compared to what the future holds for us. Quite the gathering we've got here. That looks like Marquis Ballard, known for his extravagant spending, and this guy's the president of that one big jeweller, Corey's & Co. Heh, hopefully they'll keep our friend occupied for a while. I must say, I'm impressed at just how reliable the security guards at today's party appear. I've been thinking it was about time to recruit some new personnel to my own private army too. Perhaps I ought to ask Conrad where he found these people. I might be able to recruit some of them too. Being a part of the vast Rhineford Group, the Conrad Company certainly has strong backing to support it in working towards greater growth. After all, the Rhineford Group is immensely successful, and it manufactures everything from military weapons to household goods. Perhaps I should consider increasing my investment in the group. There is plenty of entertainment to look forward to this evening. Philan Ducille's concert will be beginning soon, and at 11 we will be holding an opera. Be sure not to miss them. Who does that upstart Chancellor think he is? All he's done since marching into politics from out of the army is pass one unpleasant law after another. I can't understand how he thinks. What is the benefit in appeasing commoners all the time? You still have much to learn about the ways of the world, young man. The national government is more or less a collection of civil servants with all their flaws and weaknesses. You can get anything out of it as long as you know the right buttons to push. Just try not to miss anybody. Pardon me, but you haven't seen my wife around, have you? I keep telling her not to go wandering off without telling me, but she never listens. Hold on. Could this be Madame Frisky's oaf of a man? Today's dish of choice is steamed abalone with cream, made to the highest of standards by our chefs. I must insist you try it, I'm certain you'll become a fan. Madam, What a surprising coincidence to find you here. I wasn't aware that you had been invited to this party as well. Did it happen while you were in Barahard, buying furs perchance? Yes, actually. Still, I would very much appreciate it if you could keep this a secret from my husband. Oh, I wouldn't dream of telling him. Here on the Lusitania, we will be striving to meet your every need. So please do let us know if there is anything we can do for you. It's hard for me to get that name out for some reason. And I couldn't agree more there. The air of the capital is positively suffocating. I try to get away from it as often as I can, so I spend all my time off in my villa to the south. This truly is a spectacular ship. I was getting sick and tired of looking at the gloomy skies of the capital, so this is a wonderful change of scenery. I'll have to be sure to make the most of tonight. The chefs here ordinarily work at my hotel, I'll have you know. They may be working in a different environment with different equipment than usual, but that is no excuse for slacking off. Perhaps I'm going to need to keep a watchful eye on them to ensure they don't slip. Stop it, Dad, you're just embarrassing yourself. We're here as guests today. We're supposed to be enjoying ourselves, not concerning ourselves with the party's organisation. Now hurry up and go greet the Conrad fellow. Son's got a point. Can I help you? The safety of this party is guaranteed so long as we are here to ensure it. So please, rest easy and enjoy yourself. Oh, that was a ghostly spectre for a second. Strange. I felt like someone was watching me for a minute. Forget it. I've got work to do. There's private rooms on the highest floor of the ship on the other side of the deck. Time to move. May I see your invite, sir? This, you mean? The masked man swiftly presented his invitation. My apologies, sir. This is merely a precaution in order to secure the safety of our lovely guests here. Don't worry about it. I understand. Okay, so door here. Ooh, first chest of the game. The treasure chest reveals itself to be a crafty mimic and licks your unsuspecting hand. Better break out the disinfectant. And our lovely box messages. Well, this is supposed to be the latest airship from Rhineford. Ho, it's certainly comfortable enough to be. I'll have to try and travel on it again whenever I can. Even the furnishings in these rooms all seem to be of the highest class. I have to say, I'm impressed. I mean, look at this. This is larger than a hotel room. This is crazy. Like, each room is a suite. This is the Lusitania's library. I hope you will enjoy your time relaxing here. I just can't seem to relax on board this ship. Everything is just so fancy and luxurious. It's all too much for an old man like me. There are rumours that the cause was a new weapon developed by Liberl's army, though. That sounds most serious to me. Although it's hard to be sure since the government issued a ban on talking about the whole thing after the fact. And without any official announcements on the matter, all we're left with is hearsay. You're talking about when they couldn't use orbments all of a sudden along the southern edge of Erebonia? I heard that even the trains and international flights in that region had to be stopped on account of it. I haven't a clue what caused it all though. Can't imagine it was anything that serious at least. Wow, so in Erebonia there's like a big hush-hush campaign going on about it. This ship does have a fine collection of books. I wonder which I should read first. Ah, the Carnelia series. So we've already read this series in one of our... I think that was on the first chapter. So I do have a playlist with any of the books from the game where I read them all out, just in case you do want to see what all of these books are about. I'm not going to read them here. I'm just quickly... Did I do that one? I'm just quickly flicking through them just in case there is an achievement associated with it. So I won't be a moment. 7... 8... Otherwise I'd be here for about 45 minutes reading these. 9... 10... And the finale. There we go. Please refrain from talking loudly when within this room. And of course they're not going to have Gambling Jack from the second game in there, because apparently that was a banned book in Erebonia. Oh, please excuse me. I assume you must be an invited guest? The party's being held in the room at the end of the corridor if you're having difficulties finding the way. Thank you, miss. The message, remember there is but one truth. Love is eternal. Okay, so we do want to make sure we definitely get all of the chests, because I believe after we're done with the prologue, this is not an area we can return to. Are you taking a walk around the ship, sir? If so, might I suggest following the stairs ahead and stepping out onto the main deck? I find gazing up at the stars while enjoying the night breeze an especially relaxing way to pass the time. I remember another girl who used to wander around airships. Please do enjoy your time here, sir. Still, do try not to get absorbed into your games. Everything is best enjoyed in moderation. Come on, Black. It's gotta be Black this time. It's been read 5 times now. This next one has to be Black, surely. Spending money is all about having fun, you know. Whether you win or lose is a trivial detail. You need only to focus on enjoying the act of spending. People who obsess over winning above all else are base fools who have no right to be here. Alright, it's time for me to make my wager. I'll put 300,000 Mira on Red 21. A sharp choice. That is a lot of Mira. These guys have money to burn. I hope you are enjoying yourself. This club is part of the Elysia chain of high-class clubs which has its main branch in the capital. You would expect its employees to be trained to the highest caliber, and you would be right. And speaking of the highest caliber, perhaps I ought to sample some of the wine now. Well, that was a well-earned victory on your part. It's easy to tell that you're a real veteran when it comes to card games. What would you like to do now, sir? You played rather well yourself. Well, what do you say to another game? I'm up for another. Are you an invited guest, perchance? If you are, we would be happy to treat you as an official member of this club. So please do enjoy yourself and make use of the facilities on offer. I guess the party over in the room at the end of the hall must be in full swing right about now. Just you watch. One day I'll be rich and famous enough to go to fancy schmancy parties too. What is this guy doing on the ship? If he's not an invited guest. Oh, hello there. Would you be interested in a quick game? No, thank you. Pine Fresh. We need to talk. Listen, son. I spent what little money we have just to get you on this ship today. This is the life rich people in our country lead. Burn this sight into your memory and never forget it. I'm counting on you to make your way into this world when you're older and make life easy for me. So you want me to grow up to become a soldier and get famous and rich, right? If that lets me spend time on neat ships like this, sure, this is so cool. It's a massive burden to put on your son. Hey, I kind of found an invitation to that costume party that's going on right now. What should I do with it? You idiot. What'd you pick it up for? Those are only for the super rich people in the first classrooms, not the likes of us. But still. Oops, wrong way. I need to head to up the staircase. Oh, so I can't explore out on the outside of the ship. That's a shame. Oh, might I ask what business you have in this area? If you're looking for the observation deck, you can reach it through those doors over there. If you're looking for the area where the party is being held, however, you will need to head down the stairs. So this is the new passenger airship model I've heard so much about. Can't say I'm familiar with the sound of its engines anyway. I assume they must be a new model too. Could this man be blind? The door is locked. Strange. Oh, observation. Oh, Lusitania, why are you so beautiful? I do wish your top speed was a little faster than 1000 APH. But nothing can beat you when it comes to sheer size or capacity. Fitting a whole 1,000 people on board isn't something any other airships can boast. Wait, Alden. Is that the guy that we keep seeing in the first and second game? The one that we did like the whole odyssey of... No, it's Anton. Oh, got myself all worked up then. It was Anton. I just thought we couldn't get away from him for a moment. Might wait to go through there. I'm sorry for calling you out here. I'm sorry for calling you out here out of nowhere like this. But I so wanted to meet with you. But then you came all the way on this ship just for that? You do know what will happen if my father finds out, don't you? Love is blooming. What happens if I... Oh, okay. May I help you, sir? Oh, no, sorry. Okay, so that's why we need to go out here. I'm sorry for calling you out here out of nowhere like this, but I so wanted to meet with you. Okay, same thing. Doors are locked. Stop right there. The staircase leads to Sir Conrad's private room. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I figured you'd say something like that. Sorry though, this isn't gonna be your lucky day. What? Well, what are you doing? Yeah. Looks like I'm dealing with a bunch of Jaeger dropouts. They don't seem that well trained either. This'll be cake. Heh, I sure wish every job I had was this easy. Can I go through here? I've got no business this way. Better get back to work. Yeah, this is definitely Kevin. I mean, you can just tell by the haircut. That bright green hair. Wow, talk about pointlessly fancy. Alright, now where's he hidden it? There's a suspicious switch inside the potted plant. Press the switch? Yes. Well, would you look at that? He wants to bet that's not the only one. Another switch. All of the switches were reset. That one must have been a fake. Bah, I should have known that wouldn't have made it simple. Okay, so I've got to do this one first. Now, where's the next one? I doubt that's the last one. Well, where can the last one be? Because apparently the one in the chair is a fake. Well, would you look at that? It was in the corner of the carpet. I'm sorry, I was silent for a moment there. I was wandering around and my wife in the background was watching me record and she happened to point it out that I just ran right past it. The corner of the rug is oddly worn. Stand on it? Yes. Now, would you look at that? A secret door. Haha, and here we go. Everything so far has been completely in line with what I expected, which means that... There's a panel with buttons that have letters written on them. A password of some kind apparently must be entered. I wonder... Well, it's obviously going to be the password from the previous game if it's going to be any of these. I figured as much. Looks like my target this time is one of the toys our friends decided to spread around for fun. Wow, look at all that swag. This guy is definitely loaded. Is that vase on a pressure plate? The Fool's Locket, huh? A forbidden artifact that lets the bearer pass all but the most obvious lies off as complete truth. Really not the kind of thing a shady weapons dealer should have in his possession. What's going on here? What happened to the two who were on guard here? They were both fast asleep. It seemed like whoever did it used a dart or spray of some kind. You think we're dealing with someone in the same business as us? We'd better keep him locked inside here until the party's over. We can give our report to Master Conrad after. What do you think the odds are that he's not acting alone? Judging by the security camera footage, I don't think it's that high. That said, there's a definite chance he's got some form of backup that just hasn't acted yet. I'd say we're better off marking all invited guests for the time being. We wouldn't want to let anyone slip through our sights. Did he just laugh at us? Something funny? Oh no, I just thought I should probably apologize for underestimating you. I'd written you all off as untrained Jaeger dropouts, but maybe you've got more going for you than I was giving you credit for. You little... you got guts, I'll give you that. I've got no idea how you came to be here, but you should know that Master Conrad is not a merciful man. Don't think you're going to get out of this in one piece. You're in for such a world of pain you'll wish you'd killed yourself while you had the chance. Well, doesn't that sound like a fun time? Sadly for you, I've already got my next date lined up, so I won't be able to take you up on that. What the? How? Oh yeah, probably should have said this earlier. You really might want to step back from that door, like a lot. What just happened? No way. That door was designed to withstand a direct hit from an orbital cannon. Boys, you guys have no idea how hard it is to hold back with that one. I'm not a huge fan of using it, but I mean, you didn't give me much choice. Oh, I'm not. Of course. This is a joke, right? A priest? Yep, I'm legit and everything too. so if you're interested in making any confessions, I'd be happy to listen to him for extra cheap as a limited time offer. And you guys would have a lot to confess. Don't lend an ear to him, let's do this. No, I was hoping for more of a, what, you charge people kind of reaction? Oh well, I guess I don't mind cutting to the chase this time. Come get some. Well, Kevin was my least favourite character from the previous game, so is this game going to turn him into one of my favourite characters? As we get to know him more. Okay, combo attack with a concealed blade and arrows. Heals all allies in range. Sacrifice own craft points to raise craft points of others. Attack foes at speed, then impales with spears from below. A prayer and profit grail block one attack, 2 with full craft points. We've got some spells we can use. Nothing we haven't seen before. We've got those items we collected. Guess we just start attacking. Okay.
Still a ways to go.
Level 90, nice. He's a Grail Knight? I'd heard rumors about them, but damn. And curious as I am, I'm probably better off not asking about what kind of rumors you've heard. Don't worry though, I'm only here for your client. So you go ahead and have a nice long nap on the floor, okay? You'll still live to see tomorrow. Ugh, what kind of a monster? Okay, I've got what I came for. Now to get back to the party and wrap this job up. Sucks I have to go without taking that lady up on her offer though. She was looking pretty darn fine, and it was obvious her husband wasn't giving her enough squeeze. Then again, I shouldn't go playing with fire too much, huh? Oh, Kevin, you rascal. Okay, that was a carpet, not a pressure plate. Oh yeah, we can take a look at things now. Cool artwork. Alrighty, so that jacket is separate from the little swantail thing that he's got there. Okay, so we've got a Ritter bow, step shoes, no accessories, ornaments. Okay, so we don't get to keep the ornaments from the previous game, or the upgrades to the slots that we had, but it looks like we do have level 3 slots we can use in this game. Okay, everything seems pretty standard. I'm kind of liking the new UI. Nice kind of a... what colour would you call it? Like a teal or something? This way must lead to the first classrooms. No doubt I'd find some pretty interesting stuff in there, but I'd better not right now. Oh, but I want to. I want to go explore. Okay, can I hit them both? What is that? Ascension? Creates a field that inhibits cognitive abilities. Well, I don't want to just go and use up all of my EP. So I guess I'll take these fights easy. Maybe do an Earth Lance.
Alright, what's next?
Well, these guys so weak they won't even give me Sepith. Steel Cougars. Guess, let's go. Can I hit both? Not before they move.
Alright, what's next?
Finally, we defeated something that actually gave us a little bit of Sepith. What's going on here? We're not going to crash, are we? You wouldn't fall out of the air on me, would you, Lusitania? Poor guy missed his chance to run away. There's something familiar about him, but, well, I'd best leave him alone. There is something familiar about him. But apparently he's not Anton. Oops, didn't mean to get turned around. Don't move too much. Dang it. What did I just say?
Still a ways to go.
I'm using up all of my stuff already. Oops, get it together, Kevin. Alright, well this one, let's just go ahead with the Titanic Roar. Oh, we got a strength up on this one too. You lucky devils, you. You have a craft that hits more than one. Attacks foes at speed. We do. Ooh, that's a cool looking ability. That was the one we used to break through the door, I think.
Still a ways to go.
Door is locked. I guess he locked all of the doors. There you are. On the name of the Northern Jaegers, we won't let you go any further. So you really are an active Jaeger Corps. And a pretty famous one to boot. Still, I get stuff's rough going for your country and all, but I couldn't ask you to just, I don't know, step aside? How dare you? What do you know about the hardships endured by our people? We won't allow ourselves to be shamed with defeat here, not as long as we suffer. Bah, should have known. Okay then I'll come at you with all I've got. Let's see. Go for a... hit them all with a mortal punishment? No. Let's just go with another Titanic Roar then. We've still got another EP charge.
Let's end this. Still a ways to go.
Nice. And we leveled up anyway, so that's gonna give us a heal for everything. But what is all this commotion? We believe there to be an intruder, sir. And a competent one at that. An intruder? And just what do you think I paid Good Mirror to hire you for? I don't care if he's alive or full of holes, get rid of him. Oh, getting me dead or alive is too much to ask of those guys. Who the heck are you? Wait, a priest? No! Haha, yeah, I figured with something like this in your possession you'd at least have heard of us. How dare you? Give that back, that's mine! Wrong answer. This belongs to the goddess and it needs to be rightfully returned to her. It's not something mere mortals like you should be keeping for themselves. Kill him. Kill him and get me back my locket, now! Herman Conrad, in accordance with the laws of the Church and in the name of Adios, I am placing you under arrest. You stand charged with the unauthorized possession of and illegal use of an artifact. Don't think you can get away with this. You might be with the Church, but I'm a Rhineford director if you lay a hand on me. Oh, don't you worry, we cleared this with the big guys already. I'm sure you've got a pretty good idea of just how recklessly you've been acting with this thing, right? You've been causing a whole lot of trouble for a whole lot of people, you know? Guys like you have a habit of making themselves no shortage of enemies, and you've done a stellar job of that. So just accept that your luck's run out and come quietly, okay? No. No! Ugh. You just couldn't make this easy for me, could you? So much for this being a piece of cake. Catching guys like this alive is more like trying to sneak off with the whole damn thing. Stop right there. Oh, you pulled out all the stops just for little old me? Now I get why you guys are so popular. That's some quick work, getting all dolled up and ready to take me down. Silence. You might have had your way before, but that's not how it's gonna go this time. And just so you know, there's an entire company of us on this ship. Even if you have a hostage you can use against us, you've got nowhere to run. Heh. We're all lucky boys and girls today, huh? What? What are you talking about? If this idiot here had been branded a heretic, I would have had to hunt each and every one of you down to the last member. What? What's up with this guy? Well, don't let it get to you. Keep up the good work for your homeland or whatever. Just don't go on giving us any reason to slaughter you in the process. Kevin is hardcore. I think I'm starting to like him a lot more. Didn't really get to see much of him and his personality in the last game. Impossible! Those Growl Shritter are monsters! Who's that guy? Haha, that was quite a splendid show. But our tale is only just beginning, Kevin Graham. After all, I have only just awoken.
Cry for me 君の声かき込めてる叫んでる僕の名前を
An awesome opening to a game as usual. Septium Church, Grauschritter operated Special Ops Airship, Mechaba number 5. Congratulations on completing your operation, sir. My thoughts exactly. That seemed to be a rather easy one for you in the end, too. Compared to what they're usually like, it was. If I'd had a bit more time, I could have enjoyed some private time with a real gem of a woman, too. But I'll have to settle for crying myself to sleep tonight. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously. I know, lighten up a little, yeah? I swear I'll never get how you hard-headed types ended up assigned to a slacker like me. This may come as a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know. We can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here and this ship is under your command, then slacker or not, we're here too. Even then, you've got a lot less squires in your service than you should have. Maybe you should take this chance to gather up a few more. I think I'm gonna have to pass. And that'll just make it even harder for me to work on my own. I thought you'd say that. We'd prefer it if you would actually trust us to help you a little more, sir. I mean, all we could do in that salt pail operation was transport the thing. You say that as if transporting it isn't a huge responsibility in itself. After all, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming wary of us. Is something wrong? Oh, not a thing. Anyway, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Arteria ASAP. We should be able to reach there by noon tomorrow. Or today now, I guess. Got it. Where is it from? Arteria, apparently. It's a call from Commander Cellmate. Oh, you are kidding me! Getting a call from her right after a mission is always a bad sign. Let's get this over with, put her through. Alright. Evening, Kevin. It sounds like you did well. Fill me in on the details. It basically went without issue. The artifact was the Fool's Locket. There were signs of society involvement, but it looks like they've cut any ties with him a long time ago. I see. As I thought then. Good work all around. I'd say you deserve a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I can't grant you one right now. And here we go. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue. Well then, as much as I hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like you to do for me. Regarding a heretic, I assume? Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Gransel Cathedral. Gransel? Do you think this object may be somehow related to the Aureole? It's a distinct possibility. Can I count on you to handle this? Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on this ship that needs transporting back, so I'll let the crew here take that to Arteria. I'll handle going to Laberle on my own. That's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't actually be alone. I have dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. They'll be serving you from now on, so do play nice, won't you? Wait a minute, just 1 minute. You can't just spring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this. Meetings ordained by the goddess always come suddenly and unannounced. Don't worry though, they won't be a burden. The abilities they demonstrated during training were truly something special. Well, I will be praying for your success. Gah. Well, congratulations on the new recruit. We were only just saying you could do with more squires serving you. And I was so not down. I can't believe this. She never changes, I swear. Oh, if all the people reading that book had any idea what a hellion she is in real life. Oh, Cornelia? Always wondered whether publishing it was really such a good idea, to be honest. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. If anything, I'd say a book that wild just serves to make people less likely to believe we really exist. And then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big fat lie. If they'd actually met her, they'd know she's the kind of woman who could probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing. I think we should probably refrain from commenting here. Anyway, you guys heard her. I'm gonna leave taking care of everything else related to our mission to you guys. Just follow the money trail. There might still be hidden accounts we don't know about. Understood, sir. What will you be doing from here? We'll need to return to Arteria, obviously, but we can drop you off somewhere. You can put me down in any old state we pass on the way there. Preferably near a town that has international flights going out of it, I guess. Got it. Oh, it looks like the sun started coming up. Prologue. The Growl Shritter. Same day, afternoon. In the skies of midwestern Zumeria, roughly 500 selge from Laberle. International airliner, Gretna. Oh, is that Dorothy? She has taken a lot of photos. Aw, they've gone out of sight now. I wonder if they're busy migrating. It looks like they can't keep up with this ship though. Guess not every bird can be as fast as Siege. But they were just the cutest. Well, look who it is. I know you. It really is you. Long time no see, Dorothy. I sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. Funny coincidence, huh? It really is. It's good to see you again, too. Father... You don't remember my name, do you? Don't be silly. Of course I do. It's... Oh, I remember. It's Onion Graham. But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a multi-purpose plant. That's not even a name, Dorothy. You really did forget, didn't you? And yet you somehow managed to remember my last name like it was nothing. I was just being silly. A couple of days ago I heard this amazing onion hot pot over in the eastern quarter in Calvard, so I've still got onions on the brain. I couldn't believe a hot pot with just onions in it could taste that good, but I swear it did. It was so comforting and sweet. So that's how I ended up saying onion instead of your name. Well, whatever. So if you insist you haven't forgotten what is my name then. I do insist, I'd never forget. It's lovely to see you again, Jasmine Graham. But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a fragrant plant. That might be an actual name this time, but it's a woman's name. Oh, I see. So you're here to carry out a follow-up investigation on all that trouble that happened earlier in the year. That's about the gist, yeah. Come to think of it, how'd you end up on an international liner like this? You said you were in the Eastern Quarter, right? Were you there to write about it for the Laberle News? Yep. Niall actually let me go on my own this time too. Wow, that was daring of him. I'm not sure I'd want to let you handle travelling abroad for a report alone. Then again, it's only by taking on positions of responsibility that people can properly grow. Oh, I'm doing plenty of that. I mean, I wasn't sure what I'd do when I ended up in Calvard instead of Bowes Market, but I managed just fine. Wait a second. Niall told you to go to Bowes, not Calvard? He sure did. but then I got on the airship, fell asleep, and before I knew it I was chilling out in Calvert's capital. Weird, huh? It sounds like you got on the wrong airship to me. Let my brain catch up. So you were in the Republic for literally days when you weren't even supposed to be there at all. Did you even have enough money to manage, or, adios help us, a passport? Well, fortunately, there was someone from the Liberalian embassy at the airport who could issue me a temporary passport, so that was okay. And then tons of people were really nice to me and helped me while I was there, so I had all the dough a girl could ask for. I don't even know where to start. Niall must be worried sick about you, huh? You think? He didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday to say I'd be coming back to the office today. I kept telling him that all that smoking is bad for him, but he never listens. I don't think you can pin the crime on tobacco this time, Missy. Thank you all for taking this journey aboard the Gretna today. We will be arriving at our terminal Gransel City in roughly 30 minutes. We ask that you take this chance to check that you have all of your belongings with you, and to return to your seats before we begin our landing. Until then, please enjoy the remainder of your flight. Woo, sounds like we're almost there. I'm gonna have a walk around the ship to kill some of the last half hour. How about you? I'm not sure. I suppose I might as well go and snap some more photos. It's not often I get to take an international line like this. Sounds like a plan. See you later then. Later. Oh, Dorothy, how do you get into these situations? Well, with that, I think that's where we will cut our first episode off for today. Thank you for watching, everybody. I do apologise if the opening cinematic did not have any sound. The great thing about Nihon Falcon's games is they have some amazing music that is played in the background, but they are technically copyright. But the producers have been kind enough so far to allow them to be played on YouTube, which is another thing I really like about the game series. I hope they're going to continue to allow that. So just a forewarning, after I've posted this, if it is silent, that is what has happened. So don't worry about, any issues with sound cutting out in future episodes unless there's like music with lyrics again. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode is coming out in this series. Feel free to leave a comment on the video and I will see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.